want you to always have a good understanding when it comes to giving. So I want you to turn to Revelations chapter 22. All right? And we are reading from verse number 1. All right? It says, "And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. In the midst," this is the last chapter of the Bible. This is how the end will be. "In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life." Everybody say the tree. So whether it was a tree of whatever, it was a tree. Okay? "And which bare 12 manner of fruits." Okay? "And then yielded her fruit every month." Okay? "And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations." Okay? And verse 3, "And there shall be no more curse." Now, this is a very wonderful revelation. We see at the beginning of the world, are you watching? Are you listening? A curse. And God cursed the earth and said that you are going to suffer to eat. "In the sweat of thy face you shall eat bread." So if you notice, you basically work hard to just eat and to drink. Few people get a little more than that in this world. Now, the reason for that is because of the presence of the curse. And a curse is something that affects you. A curse is wonderful in the sense that whether it's this way or that way or this way or that way, it always comes out into the same thing. Like the curse that is on all of us is that no matter what you do, no matter what you eat, no matter where you live, you always end up in a grave. Do you understand? You always end up dying. No matter what you eat, what you drink, what you take, what you have, what you don't have, how much you exercise, how strong you are, you end up in a grave. It's just a matter of time. Everybody, all of us, you may be nice and everything. Even Christians, other religions, everybody, you just end in the same way. So that's how curses are. So if you look in Africa, you see that whether Togo, whether Senegal, whether East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, South Africa, it has a certain picture and it ends in a certain way. You know, we were in South Africa for crusades for almost 2 years. And it was in South Africa that we had the lowest offering ever. The lowest. I mean, the people were the poorest of all the countries, including Liberia, Sierra Leone, everywhere. It's amazing. So, the point I'm trying to make is that there is a curse somewhere. Now, when it comes to giving an offering or just giving, there is something that giving does. Jesus said, it is more blessed in Acts 28. It is more blessed to give. That means that there is a blessing in giving. It's more blessed to give. It's a blessed thing to do. So giving introduces a blessing. Everybody say, giving introduces a blessing. Amen. And that blessing is what we need. No matter the work you do, all right, if there is no blessing, and the blessing, one of the things that blessings do is that they neutralize curses. Are you with me? They neutralize curses. Because as for the curse, it is real. Now, I want you to see what it's like when a curse is neutralized. How many want to know what it's like when what it is like to your finances. What will happen to your finances if a curse is neutralized? Do you want to see it in the Bible? Okay, you've already seen it, but you didn't recognize it. Look at Revelations 22 and look at what is going to be like in your life as a farmer, okay, when there's no more curse. Remember the verse 3 says, and there shall be no more curse. So look at what's going to happen. There's a tree mentioned there. Look at verse 20, chapter 22, verse 2. A tree is mentioned, okay? And there will be a tree, okay? Now, the tree which is not operating under the curse is very different from the trees we have. Once the curse is different, is gone, the tree changes. First of all, you most of you know only mango trees, isn't it? Or pawpaw trees, or orange trees, isn't it? But this tree, you see, it has 12 kinds of fruit on it. So you not have to plant an orange tree, a pawpaw tree, a mango tree, a corn. One tree will have corn. It will have apples, oranges, grape, yam. What? I need 12. Please put 12 fruits that you need. 12 types of fruits on one tree. So you just have to plant one tree in your garden. You know, one time I brought a tree from Guinea almost 10 years ago. I planted it, and honestly, the tree hasn't given even one fruit up till today. It's a pity. I've been watching. There are 2 of them, and they can easily be cut down. But if I was having a tree that was not operating under a curse, this tree, one tree, mango, I need a list of 12 fruits. Mango tree, it will be mango, pear, coconuts. There will be coconuts on the same mango tree. Watermelons on the tree. Apples. I will not mention what you are saying. Guava, bananas, plantain. Bananas will be on this side, plantains will be on this side. Pineapples, watermelon, pawpaw, oranges. I hope you are writing it, those of you up there. Writing it, because this is the type of tree you would have when there shall be no more curse. It's not a small tree. The days of planting many trees. This is apple trees, pawpaw tree, watermelon, pineapples. It's over. One tree, all these things are growing on it. So when you go to the tree, you get it. You got your watermelon. Maybe it will even have tomatoes for your stew. Tomatoes, onions, and all the fruits that are needed in this world. Cabbage, whatever. No, we are not going to use your year and things that we don't really need. I'm talking about necessary fruits. Is it not amazing? Now that's the first wonder when there is no more curse. The second wonder, do you see? And the second wonder when there's no more curse is that the tree bears fruit every month. Look at it. Whereas I've planted mine for 10 years, nothing has come. And you may plant your tree. The fruit comes once a year. Maybe twice a year, I don't know, but once a year, you may get something. Corn, how many times a year do you get something from corn? Once. That's why they sell corn once in the year. The season comes and then they are boiling, roasting, and whatever. But when it's gone, it's gone. What about plantain? It has a season. Mango too has a season. So all that. But now, January's fruits, and there are 12 of them, arrive. Then after that, February's fruits, plenty. So you hardly work to get something. That's what it would be like doing the same work we are doing without a curse. If you were working without a curse, you work for what bank? Echo Bank, Barclays Bank, Cal Bank, any of the banks. Okay? And you will get enough money from 1 month. After 1 month, you rest till next year in terms of farming. No need to work again for just 1 month's salary. But the current 1 month salary, by the 7th day of the month, the 1 month salary is telling you that I am getting finished, warning, red lights are coming on. True or not true? Oh, yes. And mysteriously, no matter how much your salary is, no matter how high it is, no matter how much they mention, you still have the burden to go to work from morning to evening. And some of the richest people in the world are some of the hardest working people you can find. They, like somebody said, the world is run by tired men. The world is run by who? Tired men. Amazing. So the reason why I am saying what I'm saying and I'm sharing what I'm sharing with you is because I've been a Christian for so many years, serving the Lord, working in the church, and I've watched people and pastored people in the same church. I've seen them graduate from school. I saw her graduate from school. I saw him graduate from school. I saw him graduate from... I knew him. This is Reverend. He was in Legon. And he was a student. And I saw him graduate from the school. And then, what's your first job at the bank? Second job. Then I remember he came to see me and showed me a letter. He has received a job at a bank. And the amount of money that he was going to earn from the bank, when I compared it with what we are paying, what people earn in the church, it was, like 12 kinds of fruits compared to one fruit. But I can tell you that even though he was earning that about 20 years ago, he's still working very hard today because it's not enough. I just don't know how. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What I'm trying to point out to you is that whether you are a pastor, whether you are a businessman, look at our President Kufuor. How he suffered to be the president. Do you see? And our current president. How his campaign, Kumi Preko and other campaign, you should see his speeches in those days. Very strong. He had bushy hair. Yes. Hey, Kumi Preko means just kill me now. Just kill me now. I should die now. It's okay if I die. That's the kind of fighter that he was. Wow. Up from then till now, he's still on it all. He surpassed Last retirement, by the way, retirement is 60. He's almost 80. He's still on it. 18 years after retirement, he's on the work. And I'm sure he's more tired than ever before. Oh, yes. That's how work is on this earth. Oh. No matter who you are, no matter the type of job, that's what I'm trying to explain. There is a curse that takes away, put my scripture there, this type of fruit bearing, where one job has everything, 12 kinds of fruits. You just plant one tree, everything will come that you need. Your plantains will be up, down will be pineapples, your bananas for your banana fritters, your watermelons will be coming. Look at it, 12 kinds of fruit. Actually, I got this revelation because I'm trying to find the book, I can't find it, but there was a book I read once which described the earth as it was before God cursed it after Adam. And it was something like this. So there was hills and mountains, the fruit come all the time. Yeah, they were describing it. And I said, wow. I said, when the punishment came, the earth is cursed because of you. In the sweat of your face, you will eat bread. All types of job change. Yeah. So whenever we are giving offerings, whenever we are giving, because of what Jesus said, that it's blessed to give, your giving introduces a blessing, which is a supernatural element into money things. Well, if I look at our church, that our church is being able to exist, pass through the pandemic, and be buoyant, financially buoyant up till today. I see it as, I don't see it as a result of hard work, because a lot of pastors also work very hard. A lot of people, they preach. I mean, have you seen me using a towel before? I mean, I'm trying to say that people work very hard, so hard that they have to use towels. They sweat. And I sweat, because when a goat is sweating, you can't see. Yes, I'm also sweating, but you can't see. Yes. So all I'm saying is that there is hard work that people are doing, but it is not being blessed, and it's not buoyant, and it's not flourishing in a certain way. That's what I'm trying to point out. And I'm saying that when you give a seed, I want you to have faith that you are introducing into your financial life something that is called a blessing into where there are curses. Very wild curses in the system. Oh yes, very wild. The curses that are in the system are you can't understand. I mean, why would you have a country like America having poor people? I mean, you just ask yourself. I watched a documentary the other day. In 1979, when they went to invade Afghanistan, Russia invaded. Do you know, just as Russia is invading Ukraine now, they did that to Afghanistan. I don't know whether they were trying to add them to Russia. But the Afghanistan people fought. And America decided to support the Afghanistan seriously to prevent Russia from taking over. So the guy who was sent, he gave an interview. He said, I was told, we'll give you $1 billion, throw it at this war. And if you need more, come for more. Sharp. I mean, that's the kind of money they have. So take $1 billion. No meeting, no negotiation, no foreign aid. Just take $1 billion. And come for more. You can watch it. It's on Netflix. Yeah. That's the kind of money they have. Yes, $1 billion. Go if you need more. And the guy was describing how he was dissipating the money. And they were fighting. Oh, yes. He was throwing it at the wall. $1 billion. That's the kind of money that... And yet you go to America and you see people who are begging. You go to America and you see a place where they can just take $1 billion and throw it away. And they were throwing billions. Did you hear how much it cost the Afghanistan war when they left? I forget the figure. I said something trillions. About 55 trillion or something it has cost them to fight in Afghanistan. That's the amount of money they've spent there. And there are people that are poor. Because the curse is such that you have 2.3 trillion. Yeah. No, it's more than that. Yes. Serious. Throw it at the wall. But what about they threw it into Ghana to make some roads? But you see, no matter what, you won't throw it here. $300 million a day for 20 years. $300 million a day for 20 years. Amazing. Is there money in the world? But you see, we are in the world though, but we are not also see. We work hard. Divide your salary by 8.5. Divide your salary by 8.5, then you see where you are compared to the billions that are in the world. So anyway, I'm just telling you something. It doesn't make sense to give logic and addition and subtraction. But spiritually, for those who are spiritual, who believe it all, that a blessing is needed in financial things. Somehow there has to be a blessing from God for the little to become enough. When I look at myself here, compare myself with some of my classmates and others who went to America in as early as 1989. Do you see? And I stayed in Ghana with a classroom full of students from Ebenezer Secondary School. And I said, I'm going to be the pastor of these people. Oh, yes. And God has been with us and has made something small to become plenty. I feel that it's a miracle. I feel that it's a powerful grace. Yes. So, I believe in giving, tithing. Let us believe in it. Because I'm showing you, you just analyze it. A tree with 12 types of fruits. Wow. I've never seen that before. How many are surprised at what I'm saying? 12, just one tree. You don't have to go mango tree here, this is. We just plant one tree and everything is on it. Yam, even yam is growing on the tree. So you can have your yam, fried yam, yam balls, and yam what? Then you have your plantain for what? Your kelewele. Then you have your watermelon for your arginine. Watermelon is important for, you know what watermelon, I don't want to say it. Yeah. You know the watermelon revelation. You have your watermelon. Watermelon contains arginine. Yes. And then what else? Cocoyam as well. You want cocoyam on your tree? Whatever you want. That's your tree. 12 types of different things. Your plantain, your bananas, your oranges for orange juice. Some of you have. It's a long time since you drank orange juice. One time I was in a hotel in Korea, and you'll be there soon. We were told to order whatever we wanted, so I ordered a glass of orange juice. So when it came and I was signing, I looked at the price. One glass, $50. And I drank the $50. I said, hey! So to have a tree that is producing oranges, I tell you, you are producing the dollars. Yes. Receive trees with many fruits. Yes. So until this world comes to an end, this curse is present. Yes. It's present. Amen. And we are going to be introducing blessings to our lives all the time, every time we give. So all the young people in the church, I want you to be givers, like start it from, because you know, I can say I've been paying tithe since 1979. That's quite some time. Tithes, like regular. There was no church, but I believe in paying tithes. And I believe that it introduces a blessing into your financial life. How many want to be subject to the economy of Ghana? How many want the blessing to come into your economy? What a blessing. So, tell your neighbor, I don't know if you are a giver, but I feel that you need to give. Yes, so that you'll be blessed. And the blessing will come into your work and your business, whatever you are doing. Take your offering out. Today is Resurrection Sunday. So, we are really blessed to be here today in the presence of the Lord. Whatever crisis, whatever problem you have, in the presence of the Lord, everything falls into perspective. And you understand what is happening better. Take your offerings. If you are watching online, take out your offering. You are blessed to join this service.